Hello everyone, my name is Shrikant Iyer. Today we are going to be doing some origami. Origami is the Japanese word for paper folding. Oru means to fold and kami means paper. As always, we will need our hands, paper to make origami, to make the folds, and we can make all kinds of things. Today we will be making a model that I designed in 2012 called the Wang Wallet. And there are two different models. One is a wallet, one is a pocket. They can be used as a wallet or as something to use to wrap a gift and give it to someone. Because it's made of paper, you can embellish it, you can write on it, but we'll get to it when we start folding. Um, so for our folding, we need paper. We need, it always helps to have some of these tools if necessary, a ruler. This is called a folding bone or a paper creaser. You can also use the back of a pencil. Always good to have a pencil in case you need to make marks. And it doesn't hurt to have a pair of scissors just in case you need to cut your paper to the right size. Um, and um, and then you just need the directions on how to make it. So for this model is very simple and actually models because we're making two different things. And I'm going to show you two different variations, one with a square and one with a rectangle. We'll get to the square a little bit later. Again, you can make both these models with a square or a rectangle. You might just need to use the ruler to make sure you have the right measurements. But is pretty forgiving. So it will always become the model. It may just not become the same size you wanted, which is why it helps to have a ruler. This is basically the same dimensions as your printer paper. This is US letter size paper. This can also be, you can also use A4 paper for this model. This is a nice decorative one. I just thought it would be nice to use, but you can just run to your printer and take the paper out and use that, no problem. And you can always draw on it, color it if you want to make it look pretty. So our first step is we start with, if you had the option of two different sides, we will start with the ornate side up, and you would make a crease this way. Just make a little pinch here so we know what the center line is. And on the other side, we will make a crease. And this, if this is an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, this could be about anything less than an inch, really. Not something too thin, but this is a good size. And then you turn it over, and then you have the markings there. It'll help you make the next fold, which is okay. Then you unfold, and then you fold to the middle line. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of a gap because this paper has some thickness to it. So just leave a slight gap if you want to have better accuracy. Just a slight, just a little shy of the center line. And because that's going to be the hinge of your wallet. And repeat on the other side. Okay. And then you're going to fold this edge here and tuck it into these two pockets, if you will. You just slide it in to that. If for some reason there's a problem, you can just slightly widen this, slide this in, and then you'll go and push it right back, and that's okay. And then very gently press this down to flatten it. Okay, Once again, you just took that and slid this in here. And then you have these two little open corners here. You're just going to make them, fold them up and make them into these little triangles. You're just going to fold them at a, just basically bisecting that 90-degree angle there. And then the last step is you're going to fold it the other way and hide it. This way you have a nice sharp double folded edge here, making it very secure. Okay, now you have two choices. Your wallet can be, this detail could be on the inside or it could be on the outside. If it's outside, it will look like this. And if it's inside, you would just fold it going the other way and it would look like this. So that's basically the Wang Wallet. And you can put money, credit cards, whatever you need. Or you can make it a bigger one and you could put like your passport and things like that. Well, you know, you can make all kinds of variations to this model. You can use a bigger paper, smaller paper, whatever your requirement is to store whatever you need to store. So that's the Wang Wallet made out of a rectangle. You could make this with a square as well. Now, our next model we will be making is a Wang Pocket, which looks like this. And this is kind of nice because this is something you can give a gift to somebody in. So in this case, I just have a little origami gift. It's a little origami cat with a little long tail. So I could even do that if you want. And it's a little gift. And I mean, I could even put a little gift inside the cat and give it. But this is just one example. You could also put this like a dollar shirt as a little, as a little present. You can give that and some money and give it as somebody as a gift, among other things. So let's make this Wang Pocket. For this, we will need a square. So this is, this can be adapted to be used with a rectangle. You're just going to have to know what you're planning to wrap in there, and then you can measure it. But I'll show that to you in a few minutes. Okay, so our first step is to make, if you notice, this is what the model looks like. So this is our first fold, is this to make this little band at the top. So this is our paper. I'm just going to make a little band or a little, so that one is whatever you want it to be. If you want a bigger one, you can try with that. So you can play with the proportions and see what you like or what you need to put your gift inside. So the next thing will be is the second fold, which is to do this. Now this you're going to have to measure if you need to. You can just do this and just leave about the same distance from the top as the white band if you want. Or say, for example, I want to put this shirt in, I would put the shirt in and just make sure that it's completely covered so it's not visible from the outside. Or like this is another gift. It's a little bit smaller. Does it fit? Yes, it does. So I can actually go even lower. So then this will be a wider white band. So it's really to whatever you are planning to do with it. You can put other things. Don't have to put origami. You can put actual things, and they might be three-dimensional. So you just want to make sure that you leave enough of a clearance so it would fit inside. So in my case, I'm just going to go about this way, about this much, which is about the same width as the black band. So you have like about half, 3/4 of an inch of a black band, about 3/4 of an inch of a white band, and then you have the rest of it. Okay, so that's one bit of measurement. The next is you're going to turn it over. Once again, you started with, so far you have had no landmarks so far. You've just done it all on your own. You've made a small band at the top, and then you've made a kind of a big band at the bottom, and in the middle you've created this little color change so you can see the other side or the other color if your paper has two different colors. So the next thing you do is you turn it over, and then you're going to fold to approximately, I would say, a third to less than a third of your paper. Again, if you feel comfortable, you can measure it. In this case, uh, this is about 7 inches of paper, so this is about 2 1/3, if you will, of uh, if you measure this, it's about that much. So the next step is you can actually just go all the way to this edge, and that should be fine. But if for example, you want to put this cat in, and if it's not fitting, then you might want to make it a little bit wider. But in this case, it fits perfectly fine. But if say I wanted to put this shirt also fits fine. So like say this butterfly, you want to put this butterfly in, then you might want to make it a little bit wider. So it's just as an example. So you would measure it accordingly, but I would use a bigger paper for this butterfly anyway because it does, the length doesn't fit. But I was just trying to show you an example. Okay, so you did that. So you're going to fold it to this edge, crease. Again, if you don't have a crease like this, you can always use a pencil. No problem. It just helps to make nice firm creases. And then the last step is basically to tuck the this flap into the first flap that you made, which is here. You don't have to do the whole the top and the bottom. You can just do the bottom. It's pretty secure that way. You don't have to do it at the top. If you want to, you can, but you don't have to. This is pretty good. As I said, this is a pretty simple model, and that's really it. This is your pocket, and then you can put your gift inside. As I said, you could put if you want to give somebody some money, you could make a little dollar shirt, put it in, and then you can put some more money in, and they'd be quite happy to get that as a gift. You could even like have the collar peek out like that. That's really fun. So then they have something to pull it out of. Or in this case, I mean, I have a different cat here with a little squiggly tail, and then I can put that in, have the head stick up like this, or you could push that in and then pull it out. Or you can also actually tie a thread or a string, an ornate one, and then have it come out. There's so many choices, but it's a nice simple model with paper that is readily available. This is a square sheet of origami paper, but you can use 8.5 by 11 sheet and make a wallet, or you can adapt this wallet to make it with a square. It will work because, as you notice, there was no real landmarks. You just folded to what you wanted to put inside your pocket. So you could do the same thing with a rectangle. There won't be any issue. Anyway, so this is it, the Wang Wallet and the Wang Pocket, both designed in honor of the Wang Center. I hope you enjoyed it and hope you will tune in to my next workshop in May, where we will be making a dollar bill bull. And until then, have a wonderful day.